I'm going to use this four-step approach to solve the question. SOLVE. Search for clues, obtain evidence by linking and looping them up, locate the key to find one unit, and finally solve the mystery by reading the math question again. Okay? So this is a question that I modify a little, but it is commonly found in Primary 5 and Primary 6 school exam papers. Super common, very common. Sometimes it's like adults and child on a bus kind of setting. June has some orange juice which can fill 18 marks or 24 cups. Take note of this statement. So June poured the orange juice into 12 mugs. So before you read on to find out what's the question, how many cups of okay, you could actually start off by reading and writing this information that you have just read. Once you read the first statement, you write it down. I'm going through the process, the four-step approach. Read and write. Okay? Next, you find the equivalent ratio by reducing it to the lowest term, and that makes 3:4. So in simple words, if I got a bench, a chair, it can either sit 3 adults or 4 children, because children are tinier, right? So you get the 3 adults to stand and then replace them with 4 kids. Can you visualize this? Yeah, so this is commonly tested in school exam papers. Take note of it, all right? And so I'm going to connect them a little bit more because it mentioned that there are already 12 marks. So my objective is to make them into 12 marks. Look at where my pointer is. And it is equivalent to 16 cups. Are you with me? It is equivalent to 16 cups. All right? Okay. After this question, I'll give it a try to see if I can share my video once more so that you could see my face. All right, so what do we have here? All right, we already know that we have 12 marks, and this 12 marks is equal to 16 cups. So you read the question now. Okay, we have linked up some information that 12 marks is 16 cups. So SOLVE in this question, there is no like one unit to look for. It's okay, we can jump, and then we go to the last stage. Read the question. How many cups of orange juice can she fill with the remaining orange juice? Okay, how many cups of orange juice can she fill with the remaining orange juice? So this is the part where we only want to focus on the cups. And you can see that to start off the question, it says all the juice can fill up 24 cups. There you go here. So that is why we take 24 minus the 16, and there you go, the answer is 8. Give you some time to probably take a photo or ask some questions, clarify. Yes, trust me, this is a common question. super common in the school exams paper. Very common. Okay, so parents who are like super involved in doing work with children, you have done a lot of school test papers and all, I think you will be able to see that this had appeared a couple times already. Well, I'm trying to see if I could put my face on this video. If I really still can't do it, never mind. We'll just take it as a radio DJ speaking. Okay. Alright, I can't do this. I'm not good at the setup here. But it's okay. I think it's all good today. Yeah, better than last session. The last session, like, we could not even live it. You know, there was so much issues. Okay, I'm good. So I'm going on to the next question. Are you all ready? Now, the next question is a question closer to the real PSLE question. So before I give you the PSLE question that looks so horribly difficult, I'm gonna just build on the level, like level 1, level 2, before I throw you the level 3, okay? So a bookshelf can hold 30 large storybooks or 40 small storybooks, okay? And if there are 3 large storybooks and 24 small, you can see that there are more criteria given already. Just now, the earlier question, they only mentioned, let me bring it back, they only mentioned that they point to 12 marks. So one level up will be, it says it point to 12 marks and 2 cards, example. You see that? So this is level 1, okay? Now level 2 says that the shelf can hold 3 large storybooks and 24 small storybooks. Read and write tells me that I need to write down that information of 30 to 40, find the equivalent ratio, always. This is like, almost you can memorize this step. It always happens. Reduce all ratio to the lowest form. So it will be 3:4, okay? And after which, you are going to convert them into 24 small storybooks so that it is equivalent to 18 large. Got it now? So if you have 24 small that is equivalent to 18 large, then, right, the next part is to focus on the question itself that says how many more large storybooks can it hold. So there are 24 small equals to 18 large. And on the shelf, there's already 3 large. So therefore, 30 large will subtract the 3 actual large, and the 24 was converted into 18 large. And we can only put on another 19 large books. So this question is considered just a little harder, a little bit only. Now take note of, when parents see this type of questions, you have a tendency to use algebra and work this with the children. Now the children are not ready to solve all questions using algebra technique like how we do it in secondary school. So they just think simple and use simple strategies. PSLE is not that difficult to make the children solve questions like out of the world questions. At the end of the day, difficult questions are actually solved with very simple strategies like ratio approach, model drawing techniques. They will be able to overcome and solve them. Okay? If you can't solve the entire thing, at least you can solve half the thing using read and write strategy. Are you ready? Have you taken a photo of this question? Then we will go on to the PSLE question, right? Yeah, you're more keen to know what is that horrifying PSLE question. Okay, there you go. So, oh, this is the actual question. I wrote them modified. It's the actual question. So there are 30 large and 45 small. So if there are 3 large and 23 small books on the bookshelf already, how many more can they hold? So this is just a visual aid to let you see it. You can also do this demonstration at home, like on the shelf. Show your children. Don't think that it's a waste of time. The more you show them, the more they can visualize anything that is thrown to them, you see? Okay? So if I were to take away big books and put small books in there, naturally I can put more small books, right? So we're gonna solve this. Yeah, take note, this is the real PSLE question. Yeah, I kind of like forgot to remove the word modify. This is the real PSLE question. So this was pretty hard because you're gonna see in a while. Let's read and write. So we write 30 is 45, and then reduce the lowest term. You will get 2:3. Okay, this is where the difficult part comes in now. If I divide this by 3, I will get 1 small book, but my large is 2/3. It is a fraction, and the students are terrified of this, and they feel like they have done something wrong. If they pull out the calculator, it's worse. They get 0.6666, which is a recurring decimal. And then they thought that dooms, they are on the wrong track. But actually they are correct. So fractions play a part here. So it's 2/3, right? Why? Because in real world math, there will be a point where you shove things or put things on the shelf, and then you realize there's a little gap that you can only put a small book and you can't squeeze the large book in. Do you know what I mean? In reality, it's like that, right? Yeah. It doesn't mean that there will always be wasted space in our cabinets and in our wardrobes and stuff like that. So it's good that you get your children a bit involved in packing things, so then they can understand that, oh yeah, it's 2/3 of a large book. Alright, that means, yeah, the book is too big for it. That's what it means. So what do we have here? We have 3 large books, alright, and we have 23 small books. I need to change my 23 small books to large books. So I multiply by 23 on both sides. You know it's going to look worse. Get it now, parents? This is what that frightens the children, because the numbers are not friendly looking. But there's nothing wrong with it at all. Nothing wrong with it at all. Everything is absolutely right. It is meant to be done this way. Okay? So that frightens the children. So then we put it together again. How many more large books? We know that the shelf can hold 30 large. So 30 large minus the 3 large that's already on the shelf, minus 15 and so-called 1/3, I will be able to place 11 and 2/3 of a large book. Wow. Are you ready for the next part? The next part is where the children is just required to write the shelf can put 11 large books. Okay? Yeah, all of you will just say, so what's the big deal? What am I supposed to take note of? Well, this is the part. If any children write 11 and 2/3, round down to 11, your child is going to get penalized 1 mark. So from the entire question, minus 1 mark. Because 11 and 2/3 is already more than half, which is technically on decimal, it looks 11.666 or 11.67. We do not round down with 11.6. We round up to 12. Are you connecting with me? So your children actually learn rounding off in primary 4, and they know that if it's 11.4 and below, we round down. 11.5 and above, they round up. So in this logic question, you can only put 11. You cannot put 12. There's no way. You can't shove that big book in. It just will not fit at all. Alright, so the presentation is no need to round off anything else, just write a word statement and say 11 large books, and you'll get a mark. But if you put rounding down to 11, minus 1 mark. So this is a little bit worrying, because a lot of parents actually use answer key to mark the children's work, and you neglected the presentation. So if 5 questions you supposedly to minus 1 mark due to wrongly presented equations, then technically from 95 marks, minus 5 plus some more careless mistake, AL1 will drop to AL2, or AL2 drop to AL3. Okay? But at BlueTree, all my teachers are trained to mark the children's work, looking out for all these little things to remind them to be more careful with their presentation. Okay? Now I'm going to show you another questions from 2021. So similarly, I'm going to modify to something simpler so that you can understand before I bring you up to level 2 or level 3. Okay? Yes, is this all good? Do you have questions? Thank you very much, Teacher Lin, for supporting me in the back end. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so Jack and Faith ordered an equal number of burgers and apple pies for children's sake. So there are 10 burgers and some apple pies. Faith ordered 10 burgers and some apple pies, while Jack ordered 15 burgers and some apple pies. Now, in between, there's a statement that says the burger costs this much, while the apple costs this much. So when money is involved, right, you will most likely need to apply that technique, that's quantity times value. Just like you had 10 ang paos of $5 and 2 ang paos of $2. you will need to multiply 2 times 2 and 10 times 5. So that's called quantity times value. Yeah. The whole Chinese New Year season was so perfect for teaching this topic. When I speak in terms of ang bao, all my students could understand quantity times value so well. Yeah, the children actually do understand when you put it into context in their real world. Okay, so it looks tough. Let's draw some models. Okay, the real question is tough. Okay, the real PSLE question is tough. So let's start off with model drawing. Okay, Faye had hamburgers, Jack had 10 and a little bit more. So Jack had 15 burgers. Is that clear? Both of us bought an equal number of items. So it means that the other part that you see in white, they all belong to, tell the person next to you. Yeah. So mommy tell the kid tell the mommy. Yes, apple pies. There you go. All right. Then from here, you could tell that Faith bought 5 more apple pies than Jack. Did you see that? So it's related, right? Yeah, Jack had 5 more burgers than Faith. Then it's the other way around. So a little bit more, this is like spending time interpreting the model. Parents, you are not comfortable with models. The children, they understand models very well. However, they need to practice drawing the model to know what to do with them when they see a certain question during examination. If they have never drawn models throughout, since B3 right up to now, it's quite hard to say draw a model. They don't even know how to get started, but never too late. Okay, can always pick up the skill anytime. But it comes with practice makes perfect. Okay, so that means in your daily practice you need to use it. So I'm pointing an arrow to this 5, and you compare the models. So you interpret it that since Jack is able to buy 5 apple pies, 5 burgers, and from the story we could see that the burger is more expensive than apple pie. So therefore, Jack is the one that has more money. So within that 5, right, that 5 in the middle, yeah, Faith bought apple pie, while Jack bought burgers. So Jack must be richer. Okay, so how much more? It will be, you can literally take the item 5 times $2 and 5 times that $5 and make a comparison and so forth. Therefore, the answer is $15. So some students are able to see that, well, since $5 and $2, the difference is $3, then you take $3 times 5 items, straight away you get $15. You are right as well. Okay, so take a photo of this. I guarantee you, okay, it looks very simple when I'm teaching it, but it's not so simple when you take away the solution. Yeah. So in the past week, I heard 2 students tell me, Teacher Faye, why you make the very difficult math question look so simple? I said, don't worry, as long as you do math with us at BlueTree, we make every question so simple. Don't overthink, okay? When you overthink, you complicate things. Are you ready? So this is the Helen and Ivan question that many people haven't solved it. Yeah, pun intended. If I need to repeat the joke, then it's not funny anymore, right? So Helen and Ivan have an equal number of coins. There you see. So we read and write. The first thing we do, let me just highlight those items for you. We'll just draw what we call a double-decker bus. You can call it a double-decker bed, go ahead, okay? So it's this double-decker bus. The top portion and the bottom portion is the same size because it's an equal number of coins. And we're gonna fit Helen's item in, okay? 50 cents, no info, never mind. Let's draw something for that 64 20-cent coins, and we draw something for that 104 20-cent coins. Okay, I know I didn't read the question line by line. Okay, I'll give you time to read it. Okay, so Helen had 64 20-cent coins. I presented it in the model. Ivan has 104 20-cent coins are presented in the model, 64 with a little bit more, 40. Okay. The next part of it says like Helen's coins weigh, this is 1.134 kilograms and all. It is not required at this part of the solving it because it's mass under the topic of measurement. But over here, they're talking about counting of coins. The question asks is, who has more money and how much more? Okay, this is 20 cents. Now children, when you're drawing model, every tiny little detail like this matters a lot. You need to diligently write the person's name, Helen Ivan. You need to write down 20 cents, and the other part of the model, you write 50 cents. Definitely, if you don't write, of course, you get confused by your own drawing and you conclude, model confused me. It's obvious, because you did not write enough info to stay clear, like clear-headed in your solving. So please put in that 3-second effort. Only 3-second effort. Write 20 cents, write 50 cents, write Helen, and write Ivan. Okay? So I know every mom is looking at their child now and saying, you see? See what teacher says it? Sorry kids. Yeah, you have to believe me, okay? Yeah, the guru for 23 years. What does the model show? The model definitely shows that, you see, Helen had that 40 coins, but that 40 coins of hers is 50 cents. Whereas Ivan's, that 40 coin in the middle is actually 20-cent coins. So therefore, we only need to compare the models in the middle block, because on the extreme right block, it is of the same size and they all belong to 50 cents. So the middle block tells you that Helen has more money. You have 40 coins, I have 40 coins, but yours is 50 cents and mine is 20 cents. So the 50 cents one has more value, right? Does that make sense to you? This part A, who has more money, does not even require any working. The working is the model. The model leads you to that understanding. So read and write and read and draw to get to part A, and therefore you could solve how much more. So similarly, I'm going to take 40 cents times, not 40 cents, sorry, 40 coins times 50 cents and 40 coins times 20 cents, and then we subtract. And method 2 would be, of course, very quickly you took 50 cents minus 20 cents is 30 cents, and 30 cents times 40 coins is also $12. I'll pause for a while so that you have time to either copy, take a photo, digest it. Yes, it's in your son's PSLE booklet. Just open up the PSLE booklet, flip to the 2021 year. It is in paper 2, somewhere at the back, you'll be able to see this question. Okay? I'll just wait for a while more. Remember, alright, not only the question is your best friend, the model is your best friend. If you keep drawing model, trust me, you will be able to solve a lot of questions. It's because after you read the questions, you fold your arm and keep reading the question, nothing was done. Nothing you could find relationship to link up with. Okay? So read and write, read and draw, link up info, you'll be able to solve it. Yeah, this is how math is made easy. Are you ready for the next part? Okay, so we have a part B in the question. Okay, it says that if each 50-cent coins weighted 2.7 grams more than the 20-cent coins. Now this is the part where you can see the grams over here and the kilograms mentioned above. It's going to like start connecting, right? Connecting with each other. Then now again, the model is your best friend, because from the model you could tell that there's this 40 50-cent coin and a 40 20-cent coin, right? And since we know that one coin is 2.7 gram heavier, alright, therefore I should have written the word heavier. There are 40 coins in comparison in the middle would mean that it is 108 grams heavier. So the 50-cent coins are like 108 grams heavier than the 40 20-cent coins. Quite a mouthful of words to say it, you know. Yeah, so it's good that you write down 1 coin, 40 coins, and this is 0.108 kilograms. If you could at the back, just put them more, okay? So how much does Ivan's coin weigh in kilograms? Now, this is the part that I would like to highlight. Parents take note that children sometimes, like myself, prefer to look at things in a more positive light, meaning like when we say that I have $10 more, it's easier to visualize and solve this than to say he has 50, he has 10 less. Okay? So it's okay to just write down in words. Helen's coins, right, is 0.108 kilograms heavier. It also implies that Ivan's coin, that 40 coins in the middle, is 0.108 kilograms lighter. Okay? Take note, the one on the left, 64 coins, and the unknown on the right is not, like, we don't need to use it for comparison because it's the same quantity. Same quantity, same mass. So no need to compare them. We only compare the middle part of this model. Okay? Alright? So therefore, since Helen's coins mentioned is 1.134 kilograms, then Ivan's coins, you just minus that difference, and that's your answer. So if you take away all the wordy words, right, you count the number of steps. Technically, it's only like a 2 to 3 step problem sum in part B, and 2 to 3 steps in part A. And after that year's PSLE, many parents were very unhappy about this question because they say it's so tough. Why would someone carry so many coins? The person's pocket would have fell off before he reached the bank. Yeah. So if you're going to look at Mr. Brown's video, it went viral. Yeah, just go YouTube and say Helen Ivan PSLE question. Yeah, there will be a lot of funny videos about this question. Yeah, so it's been 3 years, so some parents probably don't even like remember about this, right? But if you have older children, right, I think you remember this event. Okay, are you ready? Take a photo. And I just have a couple more questions to go through with you. Okay, so I have pulled out some of these questions that are so important in concepts, like the interpretation of the question. You can see what I'm trying to show you is that PSLE questions are not tedious. They are more thinking. It requires you to draw a very clever model, and then you can interpret from the model and solve it in 2 steps. We're not talking about PSLE with a 20-step problem sum. No, never. Okay, 20 steps is because the child actually breaks down every step. 1 plus 1. 2 divided by 2. Like every step also broken down, you know. But if it's area of triangle, then you're like half times bigger, like combine into a beautiful formula. Okay, all right. Now I would like to bring this question for discussion. Is on quantity times value. It is a commonly tested concept year after year, but it comes in various forms, various formats. Some questions are like very easy and straightforward, which I don't. I'm not bringing up for discussion in a webinar, you know, like why are you sitting here with me? It's because you want to solve the difficult one, okay? The easier one you can see in paper 1, you can see in paper 2, 2-mark questions. So yeah, good. I think you can even help your children at home. I'm going to discuss this bigger question. It's like 5 marks, okay? For a couple of years, different versions of this appeared. So I want to bring forth to you how to look at it and how to solve it, okay? And we are covering this type of questions in our holiday program. So yeah, feel free to enroll your child to learn more in depth in our classroom teaching, okay? So topic on fractions, decimals, percentage, money. Why did I just put decimals and percentage in here? Because these 3 topics are linked. So if I don't write 2/5 as much, right, I can say 40%, right? It's 40% of an adult ticket. So, or the price ticket is 2:5, you know, something like that. So ratio would also be linked up to this topic as well, okay? Just remember FRP. Why quantity times value is because, right, you can see like the number of people involved, and the value of the tickets being mentioned. And the method that I will use to teach will be the tic-tac-toe approach, okay, this evening. Or some people simply call it, oh, it looks like ratio. Yes, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, the acronym at the side there, I call it TCM. Yeah, TCM is medicine, right? It's help, right? So if you know the TCM to the question, it will help you solve the question. Okay, pun intended again. Alright, it can help you solve because you can identify the topic. You can identify like what are the things provided that will link up to the concept. Like say, oh, I got price of the tickets. Oh, I got the number of people in there. Oh, so it must be quantity, item times price, right? Item times value. Some schools call it that way. Okay, and as you read and write, it will eventually lead into the tic-tac-toe approach. Let me show you how. Okay, so adults and children, read and write approach says that it looks like this. You read the statement. There was a musical named Sounds of Bells, which had 3/8 of the audience that were adults and the rest were children. So the thing that you write will be 3:5. Now, common mistake made by children. Parents, you make a guess. What would they write? Yeah, they write 3:8. 8 refers to the audience. It's the total number of people. So you should write 3:5 and not 3:8. Got it? Okay? And then the price is the price of the ticket is the next thing that will appear, right? So you're going to put that $50 there, and then each child ticket is 2/5 of that $50. Do the working within the header that has the children's header up there, so you don't have to keep writing children, adult, children, adult, children. After you look for so many things in the working, you got lost. You do not know which item is for who. So the tic-tac-toe table is so nice. It compartmentalizes your items and your working. And the schools and at BlueTree as well, we teach start, change, end approach, or at the side they write before, change, after. They all mean the same thing. But in this story, there's nothing to start and end. Correct? So let's be a bit more flexible, right? Yeah, you don't have shoes and wear slippers, right? You don't have shorts and wear pants. Everything is flexible. You can just switch it around. So start, change, end, quantity, value, and we find the total cost. If there are 3 adults, mommy, daddy, grandma, so 3 times $50. Make sense? All right. And then if there are 5 children, okay, that's a whole lot of people then. So 5 times $20, that's $100. So it means that if it's a whole family with Amma, right, it will cost us $250 if I'm going to take this whole family on this show. Make sense now? Okay? So with these 2 sentences, you worked out so much. This is the beauty of read and write. Parents, trust me, give it a try. Read and write is super powerful. Very, very powerful, okay, in helping the children build confidence. Alright, type in the chat me if you have been writing quantity times value in this manner, the other way. So I presented it vertically downwards. Some schools teach them to write it horizontally across. They all mean the same thing. It works. Alright, okay? Yeah, it works, not a problem. Now, I'm going to bring to your attention that there are 2 main types of this question. Type A, what is the total amount of money collected was 1,500. Type B, the difference in the amount, okay, it's 1,500. Now, parents, yeah, it is value for money, okay? You attend one webinar, I show you one question, but I show you 2 types of questions within this question. So there was one particular year, the PSLE question. Part A was type A and part B was type B. 2 questions was embedded into one. That was scary. Yeah, you do not know A, you won't understand B either, right? Have you taken a photo of this? Have you? Okay, I'm gonna go on now to teach you how to solve if it's a type A question, right? They say the total amount is 1,500, so we need to find this one set total. I already said, you know, yeah, you have a whole family with Amma along, then that's like $250, okay, with 5 children. And then we will take the total amount of money, 1,500, divide by 250. Once we get 6 sets, okay, 6 sets, 6 grouping, which means that you are ready to solve any math question they ask for. You can multiply by 5 to get 30 children, 6 times 3 to get 18 children. Hi PPC students, we do a lot of this, right? And all my P6 students, we do a lot of this in our booklet, right? You must be so familiar with it. It's like, wow, I think I know this one, right? So once you find 6 groups, you can find anything you want. It's just like finding one unit. Let me show you what type B looks like. Type B says the adult tickets, okay, the amount of money spent on the adult tickets is 1,500 more than the money collected from the children's tickets. So therefore, I don't add them up. I subtract them. So mommy, daddy, ama, right? Their price ticket is 150. The children's one is 100. Minus it, they say, oh, the adults pay $50 more than the kids. Understand? I put it into logic, okay? Then you take 1,500 divided by 50, then you know there are 30 groups. That means there are 30 of such family grouping going for the show. Similarly, if they say there are 5 children, 30 times 5. They find the number of adults, 3 times 30. So this is a very powerful technique. Have you taken a photo? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I'm just going to put them side by side. You can still take a photo later. We consolidate and summarize what type A, type B means. Okay. If I were to ask for the number of children, just take the number of groupings. 6 times 5. Okay. So if they're asking for how many adults, then 6 grouping times 3. How many people are there? 6 grouping times 8, because the denominator is 8. Do the same thing to type B. If it's 30 sets, then it will be 30 times 5 for children, 30 times 3 for adults, and 30 times 8 for the audience. Do you realize that after you have drawn your tic-tac-toe table, we stop reading the math question? Like we stopped reading, there was a musical named Sounds of Bells. There are 3/8 of the audience. We stopped reading those parts because we have worked them out using the read and write approach, and they are in your workspace. So trust me, give it a try. Read and write, super powerful. It can help your children build confidence, okay, and do better for a lot of math questions. How should I start preparing from this point onwards? It's really time to start planning, okay? Start to organize your children's books, the worksheets by subjects. Alright, organize them either in files or trays like this. They can be have a stack of accumulated items from school, from tuition, some free downloads that you download from BlueTree. You know the BlueTree notes. You go to our website, you can click on resources, and you'll be able to just like print a lot of free study notes, math and science, and everything is just there. Okay, yeah, okay, it's a hint. Yes, go to BlueTree website. Lots of resources up there. Okay. And then you have to start planning, like the timetable. You know the children are so busy. So when they finish school at 3 o'clock with remedial, they come back at 5. From 5 to 8, what can they accomplish? Okay, don't pack 3 exam papers in that time slot. It's impossible. So like as a maths exam paper, maybe you can just do like a 20 minutes MCQ segment as a quick test. Okay, and don't forget your children do have some schoolwork to complete as well. How to revise? I think you need to start setting your goals, what you want to achieve this March holidays. Alright. Encourage your children to clarify, ask questions. Come forth, ask the BlueTree teachers questions, come and learn. Alright. And definitely something I will not lie is practice definitely makes perfect. I don't believe there's this like miracle class, attend once, tomorrow score AL1. It's definitely a journey. That is why our PSLE prep program, our PPC program is planned to be like a 30-week program, because you keep practicing and reinforcing, you will just strengthen and get better, okay? Know your child's strengths and weaknesses. This is based on my observation, my understanding of the children I work with all these years. Understand your child, you can tweak from here, okay? If your child is already 75% and above, all you need to do is to keep preparing and practicing the paper 1, but I would like you to squeeze it a little bit, okay? Give your little kids a push. Instead of 1 hour paper, just start with the 45 minutes and then later squeeze up to 40 minutes and 30 minutes and see if your child can finish it with a very good score, okay? 36 marks and above, we're looking at try to push to 42 and above, okay? 40 and above, right? Paper 2, we're looking at refining of answering techniques. So go for elegant steps. Teacher Faith already said, part A, 2-3 steps, maximum 5 steps. Part B, another 2-3 steps, another 5 steps, you're done. Okay? It should not be part A, 12 steps, part B, 13 steps. It's not possible to find any problems outside that, really, okay? Children who are scoring between 50% to 74%, paper 1, your score range should be around what I'm speculating here, 28 to 35. So paper 1, you should start training yourself to do it within 50 minutes and later cut down to 45 minutes. Paper 2, drill the first 12 questions. Okay, drill the first 10 to 12 questions and then later on go on to 13, 14. Alright, yeah. So below 50%, drill a lot more paper 1. Work on the basic and then be able to attain a good score of like 35, 38, okay, as much as you can. Score as much as you can on paper 1 and paper 2, try to drill the first 10 questions and then once you're ready, you do a little bit more, like 2 questions more and then 2 questions more, okay? So the BlueTree academic calendar will prepare the children, every children with BlueTree, alright, a year of a program that allow them to have enough preparation throughout, okay? So even if you are in P4, you know that we have all these little revision put in place. In P5 and P6, similarly, we have regular class that goes on a weekly basis. And then later Marks Accelerator program, which is a holiday program that will happen every March, June, September, October. And then later on, we have the super stretch intensive course, which I'll share a little bit more with you. Please don't leave yet. Stay tuned to hear more about the promotion. I'm going to share it at the end, okay? But the PSLE prep course and P5 prep course tend to stretch children who wants to learn only problem sums, or who wants to attain AL1 and AL2, looking for intensive kind of target focus lessons. Holiday program is coming up on Monday onwards, so just scan the QR code or just go to our website and click on the one that says holiday program. Drop down, do a filter out of what levels you're looking for, what subject you're looking for. If you do not know, BlueTree is a one-stop solution for every one of you. Why? Because we have English, Math, Science and Chinese under one house, okay? We also have it in primary and secondary. Yes, I know. When you see BlueTree, it must be primary only. Do you know we already have a secondary arm? It's called BlueTree Academy, okay? So join our Instagram, our Facebook, and then you can see the teachers sharing, and there will be some programs for your children as well, okay? So, of course, you don't see that stack of thing there. I've been through 2 years of PSLE with my own children. I've got one more long year now this year. My youngest is taking PSLE. Surely all of us got this stack of school exam papers, right, for your children to do. I know you'll be looking at your son and your son looking at you. See, mommy? Well, practice makes perfect. So yes, you need to practice them, but you need to work smart and you need to know what is good and sufficient. Yeah, too much can overkill because it kills the interest. Yeah, so we have a newly launched book, the science book unit of cell. You can go to our website, just go to the top button and it says shop, S-H-O-P shop. Click on it and you can see the range of products we have at BlueTree. So math, we have the revision flashcards. Yes, angles. I will definitely put angles in there. There's so much to learn. There's notes that, okay, it's a stack of like 100 cards of notes and questions for your child to do. And there's a FRP book, fraction ratio percentage. I already say it's so important, right? 60%. How can I not write a book on that? Okay, so please quickly go to the shop and check out some items. I love this this picture that I saw on my friend shared on Facebook. If you thought you hated homework as a child, video not working. So if you thought you hated homework as a child, trust me, you will hate it more as a parent. Can't agree with me more, right? can give a thumbs up if you agree with me. Right? Say, hey, I've done so much work. Now I'm working. I still got to do more work with you. And then I do work with Coco, I do work with Cheche, and now I have to do work with you. Okay, what is this PPC and the EPC course I'm talking about? Okay, yes. No, that one is not mommy chasing son. Okay, that lady looked too young already. It is 2 children running after BlueTree for more classes, running to BlueTree with so much passion to learn. We just had a testimonial that came in. It says, I've never seen a kid who wants to go for classes every week. Yeah, it happens at BlueTree. They look forward to every holiday program. Walk out, walk in, tired, walk out, jumpy, happy. It's so fun. They learn so much. And we're looking at this program to help stretch your child for a greater jump, okay? I'll tell you the work is very intensive. So if you think that your child is an independent learner, all right, and you like to provide this resource for your child, just you can take a photo or scan into the QR code and take a look. And all those who are watching this webinar, there's a special prize for you, okay? So the whole program is 30 lessons. Lesson has started already, so you can speak with our team to find out more, and we will send you the information on like what is the program write-out, what will be covered, all the basics and P5 topics for sure, okay? Yeah, curated, specially curated for your children to prepare them better for the exams. So for PPC class, we are not working on simple questions. So whatever you see like level 1 question, I skip them. We go straight into level 2, 3, 4. Like, yeah. So parents, this evening, some of you just spoke with me, said that after attending a lesson on Monday, my child just got so excited that actually questions can be solved so easily. At first he was very sad that why the question is so hard. But after I go through the solution, he went like, oh, so it's so simple. Yeah, don't think too much, okay? Not everything is algebra. Okay, so this is a great promotion, a great discount. Don't hesitate, okay? Last year we had a couple of parents who bought 25 lesson recording 1 month before PSLE. I think it's very stressful. Within 1 month, you want to watch 25 hours of math videos? Don't. You watch once a week with me. Live teaching, okay? I'm teaching live. So you can ask questions during the lesson as well. Now, primary 5 students. Why? We are only offering this for P6 and P5 because P5 is the foundation years for P6. You don't prepare P6 only in P6 year. You start preparing your P6 year in P5. Similarly, you agree with me, for O-levels, you don't start preparing in that O-level year. You start preparing in Sec 3. Sec 3, you prepare for Sec 4. Because it's an entire journey, it's 1.5 years. And then the last 6 months, okay, the last 3 months is just refining, rereading, and just going through the 10 series and, going slow and easy. So for math, we are going through only problem sums, and then 2 subjects. The other subject will be science. Science will have teaching of open-ended questions that will teach your child how to answer the questions that are exam accepted. Okay, not in your own words. Okay, only PSLE compliant kind of answers. And there will be some MCQ questions for science because science MCQ is a little trickier. They are longer and they require a lot of reading and annotation techniques to be able to decipher what are the concepts behind the question. Okay? So you can easily also find all these links in our website. Our website is a very magical site. You just go into it, you get free resource, you can buy books, you can book for holiday program, and also can book for our classes. Okay? Yeah, thank you for being with me this evening. I'm very, very encouraged to know that there are so many of you watching. So Facebook discussion groups is there for you to just post your questions, ask questions, and then we will clarify. Group knowledge is the best, isn't it? Okay, so this is a BlueTree secondary link that you can join as well. Okay, we are also on Telegram and Instagram, so feel free to join us. and then you can keep updated of all the events that are happening. Alright, so leave us a good Google review if you have good experience with BlueTree. Just leave us a good review. It will not just encourage the teachers, it will also encourage the administrative team, okay? Yeah, because we believe that every one of us needs to be, given that encouragement to say that, hey, we're doing a great job. Thank you very much. So good to have all of you this evening. Thank you very much. If you want to speak to our team, just drop by any of our centers. Okay, we are located in various locations. Singapore Shopping Centre, Seletar Mall, Kovan, where else? Tampines, Choa Chu Kang Safra. Okay, if you are in the west and you know where Choa Chu Kang Safra is, yes, please drop by and speak to us. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for spending this evening with me. I hope you have learned great tips today and all the good questions for preparation of the 2024 and 2025 exams. So look out for our posts. We're going to have more webinars coming up. So goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.